Right. By now, you should have created your ReplyGrow account. ReplyGrow is the automation tool that we will be using to set up a pretty basic automation, adding ICP specific connections to your network almost daily, or at least Monday to Friday. So yeah, let's walk through the setup. Let's launch your LinkedIn outreach campaign using ReplyGrow, and really what this is going to do, it's going to level up your outreach, which is exactly what we want. There's a couple of steps to follow. Now that you've saved your ICP lead list, we want to upload it to ReplyGrow, the automation tool. So head over to your ReplyGrow account. What you're going to do is you are going to click New Campaign. Let's name it something that matches the lead list, like Founders Leads SA October. What you want is you want it to be easy to identify. Okay, so you're going to hit Update. You're going to select Action, choose Invite to Connect. The message field, let's leave this blank. Save the step. The time delay will then automatically go to 1 day. What you're going to do then is you're going to click Next, and here we will begin to configure the campaign. Now we want to add our prospects, our lead list from LinkedIn. So here's what you need to do. The Sales Navigator URL. We want to copy the URL of your saved search from Sales Navigator. But, and this is the important part, at the top, looking at the URL, you can see that it says saved search. What we want to do is we want to remove the saved search ID from the URL to make sure the leads are going to pull through correctly. If we don't, it won't pull through as it's unique to our account. So that's what we want to avoid. To remove saved search ID, we need to basically just remove one of the attributes. Here's an example. And then we simply add it back in. What you'll notice is the search stays the same, but the saved search, it's been removed from the URL. This is exactly what we want. Now you're going to go ahead and you're going to copy the full URL. What we're going to do is we're going to paste the updated URL into the URL search bar and give it a search name, and we're going to use Founder Leads SA October again. You're going to hit Save. ReplyGrow is then going to start uploading these leads from LinkedIn. This may take a minute or two, maybe a bit longer, but while we wait, we can set up the schedule automation. Right, so editing the schedule. We want the automation set for the same time every single day. My suggestion is to set the sending schedule to match your LinkedIn activity. So for example, if you post between 7:30 in the morning and 11 in the morning, you want to align your automation, or your outreach rather, during that time frame or that window, Monday to Friday. Hit Save Changes. Next, we need to set the limits. We do this because we want to avoid any sort of suspicion, right, regarding automation. The max connection requests per day that we want to send is between 20 to 30. So let's go 25. The maximum messages per day, you're going to set this to 0. So why do we set this to 0? Well, we don't want to send automated messages at all. In my personal opinion, it's just not good practice. The reason that we don't send automated DM messages also is because, well, let's say you send a message to 100 prospects. 50 of those prospects, they don't reply or they don't open the message in LinkedIn. What's going to happen is those 50 prospects, LinkedIn is going to hide your content from them. LinkedIn hides your content because they're simply not replying to you. And so if you do this, you're essentially burning your audience away, and that is something that we want to avoid altogether. So we remove that risk by keeping messages to 0. The auto withdraw pending invites, we want to turn this on. So what we're going to then do is we're going to set it to after 10 days. what this does, and I'll explain it, is after 10 days of a prospect not accepting a connection request from you, it will remove that connection request. Then in 3 weeks' time, it will send them another connection request in the hope of the prospect accepting at that stage. Once all of that is done and it's saved, that's important, be sure to save, head back into campaigns. Now I want you to select your campaign. Now you're going to hit that launch button. Now it's going to take a day or two for the first set of requests to start sending. Typically it's 24 hours. I've never had an instance where it's been 48 hours, but I'm just saying 24 to 48 just to be safe. The system will then gradually warm up your account, starting with just a few connection requests per day, maybe 2 or 3. ReplyGrow does this so that it avoids any red flags with LinkedIn. After 24 hours, what I want you to do is I want you to check back, log into ReplyGrow and see if the connection requests are sending. If they are, then obviously we know it's working. Then after a week or two, log back into ReplyGrow, and then you want to head over to the analytics. What you want to do is you want to review your acceptance rate. This is really important. The acceptance rate, we are aiming for, let's say 30, 35% or higher. The reason we want the acceptance rate to be above 30% is because if fewer than 1 in 3 prospects are accepting your connection requests, it may mean that your lead list needs some refining, some tweaking. Okay, I'm going to touch on that again. So just to recap, once you've published your campaign, come back the next day, ensure that a few connection requests have been sent out. Then a week or 2 later, check back into ReplyGrow and ensure that your acceptance rate is above 30%. That's important. If it's not above 30%, you will need to refine your lead list. What you're going to do is when you have a new refined lead list from LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you're going to set up a new campaign and you are going to send connection requests to the new lead list, not the existing or old one. And that's it. It's that simple. I think that kind of covers everything end to end in terms of what we need to achieve with ReplyGrow. Like I said, it's a basic automation. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or if you run into any issues, don't hesitate to message me. As I say, I'm always here and I'm happy to help. But for now, let's just get those connections rolling in.